This is probably the most heavy-duty cargo e-bike I've tested, and I honestly didn't expect it to be this comfortable. Hey, I'm Martijn and I test smart and battery-powered products to see which one are actually worth your money. And in today's video, the OneSport OT01, a long-tail cargo e-bike that promises power, comfort and enough battery for real adventures. Let's dive right in. Alright, starting with the unboxing. This box is massive. You need some space and probably someone to help you lift it, because the bike itself weighs over 41 kilos. Once unboxed, the frame instantly gives off rugged vibes. It's not flashy, but it's solid. I got the deep blue version, and honestly, it's a nice touch. Understated, but clean. It comes pretty much pre-assembled. I had to straighten the handlebars, mount the pedals and adjust the seat. Basic stuff. It took me about 25 minutes this time. Let's talk about the frame. It's made from aluminum alloy, so it's strong but not overly bulky. It's clearly designed for utility. It has an extra long rear rack, footrests and mounting points for accessories, full fenders, and it includes both front and rear lights, already installed and wired in. There's no suspension at the rear, but the front suspension fork does a good job on city streets and light gravel. I took this bike on multiple trips over the last couple of weeks. Commuting, grocery run and some fun rides with the kids. For the kids there's a special child seat, which I will order the moment it's back in stock. But here's the thing, it's surprisingly comfortable for a cargo bike. The saddle is wide and padded, no sore butt after an hour's ride. The riding position is upright and relaxed. I'm 1.88 m and I didn't have to make crazy adjustments to feel at ease. That suspension fork helps more than I expected. Speed bumps, uneven tiles, it eats them without much drama. Let's talk power. The rear hub motor, let's be honest, won't knock you off your seat. But there's plenty power for city riding, especially with cargo. It maxes out at 25 km an hour, which is the legal limit in most of Europe. On steep bridges it slows down, but it doesn't necessarily give up. The hydraulic disc brakes are key here. They gave me real stopping power even when loaded. So the sun is gone, it doesn't really matter because the LCD display, despite being a little bit basic, is easily readable outdoor, in both direct sunlight and in situations like this. It's pretty basic with the information like odometer, distance, and it has 3 assist levels. There's also a throttle in case you like to use one. I didn't install it because it's not legal here in Holland. So back to the assist levels. Level 1 gives you a gentle help. Level 2 is where I stayed most in. Enough assistance without draining the battery too fast, and you get a little exercise yourself as well. It's basic but intuitive. Even if you've never ridden an e-bike before, you'll figure it out in seconds. That black thing in the middle of the bike, that's the battery. It's a 48 volt 27 amp hour battery, and this thing is huge, and that's where the OneSport OT01 truly shines. As mentioned before, I stayed mostly in level 2, and with this type of weather, with my weight and mixed cargo, I got around 80 kilometers of range, which I find honestly amazing, especially impressive for a bike of this size and weight. Of course, depending on the situation, like weather or weight, you might get different results. The downside, it takes 8 to 10 hours to charge, so overnight charging is your best bet. Of course, no product, including this one, is perfect. So here are the things that I didn't really love. First of all, weight. This thing is heavy. Lifting it up the stairs, forget it. No gears, it's single speed. With pedal assist that's fine on flat terrain, but going uphill with cargo, you'll miss a low gear. Charging times. 10 hours is a long one. Lastly, a basic interface. The display works, but it's a bit old school. There's an app though, but that provides basically the same information as the display. So, who should consider the OneSport OT01? First of all, I think it's gonna be parents who want to carry their kids or gear. Secondly, delivery riders looking for long range. Second to last, people commuting with heavy bags. And lastly, anyone looking for a solid utility e-bike under 2000 euros. But it's not for everyone. Because first of all, everybody who lives upstairs, it's almost impossible to carry this bike. Secondly, not ideal for steep terrain. And lastly, definitely not for riders chasing speed or a sleek design. After 4 weeks of intense use, this bike still feels solid. Nothing has come loose so far, and the battery health looks good, brakes are still responsive, and maintenance is minimal so far. If anything changes, I'll update the description below, where you can also find a link to the webshop where I got mine from. Or maybe I'll do a follow-up video, which will include the rear child seats as well. Here's the bottom line. The OneSport OT01 isn't the flashiest e-bike out there, but for a cargo e-bike, it is. It's also tough, reliable and surprisingly comfortable, especially if you need to carry stuff. If you need a true workhorse that doesn't stop after 40 kilometers, this one is 100% worth considering. Now, if you're not so much into the cargo e-bikes and more into the sleek modern design, then go watch this video over here. It's also from OneSport and I kind of love it as well. So go check it out right now, because we've reached the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it, so give it a like if you did so, and please consider subscribing. So I'll see you in the next one.